These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Taking on our awesome quiz champions today are Risky Quizness from the West Midlands. Now, this team all work together at a multinational bank in Birmingham. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm a bank manager.
Hi, my name's Abbas, and I'm a risk analyst.
Hi, my name's Jen, and I'm a bank manager.
Hi, I'm Stuart, and I'm a risk analyst.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I'm also a risk analyst.
So, Dave and team, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Great to see you. So, a bank in Birmingham, essentially, Dave?
Yeah, so the head office for a big bank in the centre of Birmingham.
Oh, I see. So you haven't got customers coming through the door?
No, so we work in the head office. We're all on the similar or same team.
OK.
And we all work together each day, basically managing sort of risk for the bank. Managing
risk? Well, there is a little bit of risk in the studio, I'm afraid to say, against these eggs. They are in very good form at the moment. Do you quiz together? Yeah, so we do a weekly quiz at work. I do sort of win most of the time. You win most of the time? Yeah, I win most of the time. Excellent, that's very good. That's why you're captain?
Yeah, that's why I'm captain. I did drag some of the others along that do help me to win sometimes.
And you've also completed a couple of eating challenges for charity.
You know, being not the smallest lad, I can put away a bit of food. So, yeah, I'm up for anything that's there to help charity, and eating's just one of my strong points. Great stuff, and I think the Eggheads, some of them have certainly been inclined towards that in the past. Anyone a good quizzer here? Anyone looking forward to this, or are you all quaking?
Looking forward to it.
Good.
Looking forward to it.
Definitely.
Excellent. Brilliant. Well, it's great to see you. Risky Quizness, like the team name. I wish you all the best. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to our next show. Now, Risky Quizness, the Eggheads have done rather well, and they've won the last dozen games. So there's £13,000 if you win today. Would you like to try?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I thought so. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of history. Challenges you can have Beth, Chris, Pat, Barry or Steve.
History.
Who did we sort of put forward for that? Was it Jay?
I think it was me.
I think it was Jay, wasn't it? Yeah.
But it's where the politics comes up.
No, let's give it to Jay.
OK.
We'll give it to Jay.
Jay at the end on history.
Who do you think, Jay?
Who would you like to take on?
Beth?
Go on, Jay.
I think we need to take out
Go for
the
Beth.
strongest person. That's what I think we should stick to that strategy.
I don't mind, guys. I don't mind. Who do you think?
Beth.
Let's go for Beth. Yeah?
OK, yeah.
All right, Jay from Risky Quizness playing Beth from the Eggheads on history. This will be an exciting round. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our question room. Jay, have you got a bit of history going on?
Yes, I did study quite a bit of it at university. I did mainly sociology and politics, but I did do a few history modules as well.
Brilliant, excellent. And I noticed as well you were crowned Skegness's under-9s dance champion.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I used to throw a few shapes in my time. Yeah?
Well, good luck with the dancing and the history. The history probably comes first in this round, and you can choose whether you go first or second against Beth.
OK, I'd like to go second, please.
Beth, your first question. Which empire was created by tribes in the region of Anatolia, now part of modern Turkey? Is it Aztec, Ottoman or Mongol?
The Ottoman Empire was around Turkey.
Ottoman is right. Well done. Jay, over to you. The Battle of Castillon, a crushing French victory which is often said to have ended the 100 Years' War, took place in which century? Jay, was this the 11th, 15th or 18th?
I'm thinking more towards the 18th century. I don't know it for sure. Yeah, I'll go for the 18th century.
Well, it was a long war, but it didn't stretch that long. It's the 15th.
OK.
Beth, the notorious outlaw Dick Turpin was hanged on the outskirts of which city in 1739? Dick Turpin, was it London, Edinburgh or York?
Now, Horrible Histories do a fantastic Dick Turpin song. Tells you all about his life and how he was caught when he sent a letter to somebody and the postman or someone recognised his handwriting. And that was when he was in York.
Nothing wrong with using a bit of horrible histories to get the answer. Well done, Beth. York is right. Okay, Jay, your question. In which field did Anne, Bonny and Mary Read find fame in the 18th century? And you must get this one right. Is it piracy, medicine or sport?
I'm drawn towards medicine straight away. I don't know for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for medicine.
Your answer is medicine. Let's just check with the eggs here. Eggs?
It's not medicine, they were pirates.
They were pirates.
And one of them escaped the noose by a useful technique that only women were capable of. She was pregnant.
Right. So they were actually pirates, Jay. I'm sorry to say. There's no way back for you in this round. I'm sorry, it just didn't quite fall for you there, did it?
No, don't think so.
Really sorry about that. Piracy is the answer. You've been beaten by our egghead, Beth. Beth will be in the final. Come back to us. Plenty of time for our challenges. We'll play on. Well, we had mention of horrible histories there, Beth, which is a great way of learning stuff.
It was fantastic. It's a fantastic way, and they do fantastic songs, and so they're so memorable. That the Dick Turpin song was done in the style of Adamant.
And was there something to do with his handwriting then? What happened?
He was in prison, and he was trying to get out, so he wrote a letter, and the postmaster, the postman, recognised the handwriting because he had been the one to teach him how to write to start with, and he said, "Oh, that's not who he says he is." He signed it under a pseudonym, and he said, "Well, that's Dick Turpin."
Oh, so Dick Turpin was already in prison when he was caught,
I think that's
effectively.
right, isn't it? Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. OK. So risky quizness have lost a brain. Sorry, Jay, from the final round. But don't worry, it's early. No need to change tactics yet. Don't give away what the tactics are. It's important as well. The Eggheads have not lost any brains so far. And the next subject for you challengers is arts and books. Who wants this?
So we did talk about this on the way up on the train.
But it was between me and you. I'm good at art. Well, I'm not good at arts.
Yeah.
I can do arts. Books.
Who's
I
more
would
comfy with it
struggle.
out of
I'm
you two?
I'm not comfortable.
I'm not.
So,
I'll do it then.
You do it?
yeah,
Yeah.
OK, Jen, our
Jen.
bank manager. Against which egghead? Anyone but Beth.
Who do you think? Try and take one of the stronger ones.
Well, and he's going to be difficult, isn't
Yeah.
it? So
What do you think about Steve?
I'll go
Try
for
and take
Steve.
Steve.
I'll go for
Steve?
Steve.
All right, he has his off days. Not very many of them, but
Don't know what's right corner, Jeremy.
Jen from Risky Quizness to play Steve from the Eggheads. And just to ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Good luck with this, Jen. And trying to level it up now for your team of challengers. We're on arts and books, and you can tell us whether you go first or second.
I'm going to go first.
Here we go, Jen. Dead Cert, published in 1962, was the debut novel by which writer? Dick Francis, David Nichols, or Dan Brown?
The only person that springs to mind out of those three authors to me would be Dan Brown. And I'm thinking he's written stuff like the Da Vinci Code, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't heard of Dick Francis or David Nichols, so I'm going to go with Dan Brown.
Yeah, he did absolutely write the Da Vinci Code, a contemporary book, so he doesn't actually stretch as far back as 1962, Dan Brown. And David Nichols, I think, might even be a bit younger than Dan Brown. He's quite a young writer. So we were looking for Dick Francis here.
Okay.
And Dick Francis does a lot of horse-based fiction.
Okay.
Used to be a jockey. So I suppose Dead Cert suggests the betting, does it, Eggs, or?
Stone cold certainty. Yeah.
I think Dick Francis, and Chris will correct me if I'm wrong, wrote Devon Lock, the horse that spectacularly collapsed.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
OK, Steve, let's hope the same thing doesn't happen to you. The writer Peter Mayle is best known for his 1989 memoir, A Year in Where? Vancouver, Provence, or Hartlepool?
I think they made a TV series about it with John Thorin. It was Provence.
Provence is right. Not Hartlepool.
No.
But as fun as that would be. OK, Jen, let's see if we can get you on the score sheet now. Lyrical Ballads, first published in 1798, is a collection of poems by Samuel Taylor Coleridge and which other poet? John Betjeman, Lord Byron, or William Wordsworth?
John Betjeman, I haven't heard of. I've heard of Lord Byron and William Wordsworth, so I'll probably have to go between those two. I don't know if Wordsworth is that old. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Lord Byron, please, Jeremy.
Lord Byron is your answer. Well, you're right to rule out John Betjeman, who was 20th century. Can we help with Lord Byron, William Wordsworth, Eggheads?
It's a little early for Byron. He would have been a very, very young man then.
So which one is it then?
It's Wordsworth, William Wordsworth.
William Wordsworth is the correct answer, Jen. So sorry. So, Steve, you have a chance to take the round. Spectacles is the title of a 2015 memoir by which comedian and presenter? Sue Perkins, Dawn French, or Ruby Wax?
Well, I don't know this, but out of the three, the only one I can think of that actually wears spectacles is Sue Perkins. So, on the basis of that, I'll say Sue Perkins.
Very good truffling around in the question there. I think Ruby Wax has worn spectacles.
She has, but not as often as Sue Perkins, I want to thought.
She's worn them less often.
Yeah.
Sue Perkins is the right answer, Steve. Well done. Jen, sorry, you were beaten by our egghead and as a result will not be able to help your team in the final round. If you both return to us, we'll play round 3. As it stands, Risky Quizness have lost a couple of brains from the final round. No cause for panic yet. If you've got the turbos, the jets, turn them on. This is the moment, though, OK? Challengers, the Eggheads have not lost any, and they're in the middle of this run at the moment, so they need stopping. The next subject for you is sport. Who would like this?
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think I'd like to take that.
Yeah.
Stuart?
Yep.
Good stuff.
Have we
And
discussed Barry?
which egghead? Any of the three gents in the middle?
Just stick with Barry. I
Want
think.
to stick with Barry?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll stick with Barry because I want to take his shirt from him.
Yeah, you can. Everyone loves Barry's shirts.
Yeah.
So Stuart from Risky Quizness taking on Barry from the Eggheads on sport. Please go to our question room now, gentlemen. So you're going to swap shirts at the end, Stuart?
I don't know about swapping shirts because I'm quite keen on my own, but I'd like to take away Barry's with me as well.
Now, I know you love football, don't you?
I do love football, yes. I'm a big avid football fan.
And they nicknamed you Stato at school.
That's correct, yes. Among other things, Stato was one of my preferred nicknames.
Because of your love of statistics and your knowledge of what FA Cup finals going back years and all that?
Going back so far, I'd say. I wouldn't say going back to the 1920s, but definitely the sort of 90s and early 2000s.
And you did also queue to audition for the X Factor.
That's right, yes. Some time ago now. Unsuccessful audition, but never mind, eh?
Were you singing or doing statistics?
I was singing. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me do statistics, else I'd have done a mixture of the two.
That's your dream, isn't it, Barry, to go on the X Factor just reciting facts about volcanoes you've visited or something?
I think I'd have a record for the most people to switch off a television in one night.
Well, they switched on for you here. So, Stuart, you're playing the great Barry, known as the Brain. Would you like to go first or second on sport?
I would like to go first, please, Jeremy.
And here we go with your first sport question. What is the first name of the elder Brownlee brother, a double Olympic gold medal winning triathlete? Alan, Archibald, or Alistair?
I have heard of the Brownlees. I'm not particularly good at Olympic questions. And there's something in the back of my mind ringing Alistair. I've not got a lot to go on, but I'll go with Alistair, please, Jeremy.
Alistair is your answer, and it's absolutely correct. Well done. So that the other brother is named what, Eggs?
Jonathan.
Jonathan and Alistair, the two brothers. Barry, which tennis player is nicknamed the King of Clay due to his Grand Slam success on that surface? Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, or Andy Murray?
Well, Rafael Nadal has won a load of French Opens, one after the other, and they're all played on clay, so I think it has to be Rafael Nadal.
Rafael Nadal is the right answer. Well done. So one each. And we go back to you, Stuart. Which position in rugby union is traditionally classed as either blindside or open side? Is it winger, flanker, or hooker?
I was fearing getting a rugby question, Jeremy. Rugby's not my particular strong point. I wouldn't say it's hooker, but I haven't got a clue. I'd have to go for a guess. And I'll go with flanker, please, Jeremy.
Barry, is he right?
He's totally right.
Well done, Stuart. You're scoring well. Scoring for the team here. So, Barry, to keep up, which men's squash player won 10 consecutive British Open singles titles between 1982 and 1991? Barry, was this Jahangir Khan, Jonah Barrington, or Peter Nicol?
Oh. Well, I was hoping Jonah Barrington came up, but then Jahangir Khan came up, who's also had a very successful record. So it's a question of dates. I think Jonah Barrington is earlier than that, so I'm going to say Jahangir Khan.
You're quite right, Barry. Well done. Jahangir Khan is the answer. So 2 each now. This can be crucial, Stuart. Here's your question. At which international cricket ground might a player open the bowling from the fort end? Is it Gaul, Eden Gardens, or Newlands?
I'm not familiar with the fort end. I know a little bit about cricket, but my knowledge doesn't stretch this far, unfortunately. I will say Gaul.
OK, Gaul. Gaul is the right answer. 3 out of 3. Playing well, maybe rescuing your team here. Barry, you need this to stay in. Who was the first Dutch cyclist to win the Tour de France? Is it Joop Zoetemelk, Jan Janssen, or Wim van Est?
I know the first of quite a few nations who've won the Tour de France, but the Dutch one has escaped me. So let's have a think if any of the names ring any sort of bell. I think if it was Jan Janssen, I would have probably remembered the name because of the alliteration. So on the basis that he's alliterative, I will discount him and I'll try Joop Zoetemelk. And my apologies for my Dutch pronunciation.
OK, I'm told it's Joop.
Joop.
Zoetemelk, you got completely right, but it's not him. Oh, Barry, it's Jan Janssen.
Oh, I never picked it up.
There we are, so it was the alliterated one. Well done, Stuart. You've just done a beautiful operation there in the sport round, just when we thought it was getting difficult for the challengers. You've won through, you will be in the final. Please return to us, both of you. One more round to go. Now, maybe Risky Quizness are on the turn. They have lost 2 brains from the final round, but they have now knocked out an Egghead. So this could be crucial, this next round. It's music. Last round before the final, and it's going to be Abbas or Dave.
It's going to be
me.
Yeah.
Abbas, OK?
Do you want to...
Against which Egghead? Yeah, you could either have Pat or Chris, so 2 of the gents here.
I think we may as well try and knock out Pat.
Yeah, let's go for
Have a crack at Pat.
Yeah.
Go for Pat.
Take a crack at Pat. So it's Abbas from Risky Quizness versus Pat from the Eggheads. And for the last time, please go to our question room. OK, Abbas, you ready for music?
Yes.
I know you've met a lot of famous people. For example, the former president of Pakistan.
Yeah.
Who was that?
General Pervez Musharraf.
And did he pop round or something, or?
It was just like a get-together at my grand's house. And this was after he resigned as president and he was visiting the UK. So one of my uncles arranged for him to come round the house, and we all got together. We had some tea and just had a bit of a chat about Pakistan.
What an amazing thing. So he's just sitting there in his civilian clothes and he's not in power anymore, and presumably he could talk quite freely.
Yeah, we were just talking just like a general chit-chat about the cricket and about how Pakistan has moved forward.
Yeah. And then I know you're a lover of sport, and particularly boxing.
Yeah, boxing as well. I mean, I have met quite a few boxers as well, like Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta's amazing because he, I think, was born in the 1920s. So, and he was the one who was Raging Bull. The film was based on.
Yeah, I mean, when I did meet him, he was quite old. So I mean, fairly old. So he was a great bloke as well. We had a conversation about boxing. I mean, he visited one of our local gyms where we used to box.
Wonderful. You had a kind of lifetime dream come true there, did you?
It was a dream come true because I am an avid boxing fan as well, so I do generally watch boxing as well.
Do you box yourself?
I mean, I used to, but not anymore, as you could tell.
No, I wouldn't say that at all. You look like you could take Pat out anytime.
What are you saying, Jeremy?
But it has to be done with quiz questions, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Music, Abbas, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
OK, Pat, it's your question first. Don't think me unkind, words are hard to find are the opening lyrics to which song by The Police? Walking on the Moon, Message in a Bottle, or di-do-do-do-di-da-da-da?
Well, my first thought is that di-do-do-do-di-da-da-da. I think there's lots in that song about inarticulateness and the difficulty of saying things, and that's promising. The Message in a Bottle starts off with something about a lone castaway. I think the do-do-do is all about a person's inability to articulate their feelings and express themselves, so I'll go for that. The do-do-do, the da-da-da.
The do-do-do-di-da-da-da is the correct answer. Don't think me unkind. How does it go, Steve?
Like that.
Yeah, you're right. Someone said he, was in the Sting's quite pretentious phase, and it's a reference to Dadaism.
Oh.
Just so as you know. Okay, Abbas, here's your question. Which of these is the common name for a popular composition by the German composer Pachelbel? Is it the Minute Waltz, Canon in D, or Air on the G string? And that's Pachelbel. Pachelbel.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for Air on the G string.
I'm just trying to work out who that is. Is that Bach?
Yeah, J.S.
Okay, J.S. Bach did Air on the G string. Minute Waltz, Eggheads? Chopin. Canon in D was the answer. Is that one that people have at their weddings?
Yes, yeah, it's very common wedding.
Themed to ordinary people, the film Ordinary People.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Pat, your question. Who became the lead singer of the US band Pearl Jam in 1990? Pat, is it Eddie Vedder, Anthony Kiedis, or David Lee Roth?
This is a pretty tight, grungy band from the Seattle area, and Eddie Vedder was their lead singer.
Eddie Vedder is correct. Well done. He's got 2, so Abbas, you need to get this right to stay in.
Yeah.
By what name is the East Sussex-born musician Rory Graham better known? Is he Stormzy, Rag and Bone Man, or Stig of the Dump?
Stig of the Dump.
Now, is Stig of the Dump a musical person, challengers?
I don't think it's Stig of the Dump. I think Stormzy's name, Michael. I'd go Rag and Bone Man, personally.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. Rag and Bone Man is the correct answer here. Abbas, so sorry. The round goes to Pat just before the final. You'll be knocked out by our Egghead. If you return to us, both of you, rejoin your teams. We'll see what happens next. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Abbas, Jen and Jay from Risky Quizness, and also Barry from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Dave and Stuart, you're playing to win Risky Quizness £13,000. What a jackpot we got today. Steve, Pat, Chris and Beth, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is A, the Eggheads' reputation, but B, to keep piling up this cash and, well, I suppose taunting challenges with it because you love to snatch it away. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. You can confirm. So Dave and Stuart, the question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4 mega brains? I know you can do it. I'm feeling it could be set for this. So I wish you well, and would you like to go first or second?
We'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Okay, Dave, throughout this contest, you've been as cool as a cucumber. Good luck to you and Stuart. What is the name of Colombia's official currency? Is it the peso, the dollar, or the shilling?
We should know this.
Trying to pull something from the back.
I think Colombian dollar, CMD. Is that the code for currency for Colombia?
Could be. I don't think it's the peso.
No.
Sounds Mexican.
I don't think shilling sounds familiar. I'd be happy with a punt at dollar, I think.
I'm leaning towards dollar.
Yeah?
Yeah, when it first came up, I was leaning towards shilling. The more I look at it, the more I think dollar.
Let's go
We
dollar.
agreed on dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go for dollar, Jeremy.
Colombian dollar is your answer. Eggheads, is this right?
I think it's the peso. I think
Yeah, I'd be
Ecuador.
inclined towards peso myself. Well, it's not shilling, that's for
I know a
sure.
couple of countries have changed to dollar, but
The answer is peso.
Okay.
It's hard, I know, and as bankers, you deal with so many currencies that it's easy to get them mixed up. Eggheads, of which organization did Gianni Infantino become the new president in 2016? WADA, the IAAF, or FIFA?
FIFA.
FIFA, I think. Yeah,
Definitely.
In the wake
He's the
of
big
all
man,
the,
didn't he?
That's
Pep.
yeah, I think it's FIFA.
He took over as head of FIFA.
Head of FIFA is quite right. So the first one is anti-doping, is that right?
Yeah, the World Anti-Doping Agency.
And the second one is athletics.
It is.
FIFA is right, so they've gone ahead. Catch up with this. Which British politician was nicknamed Fatty Pang by the Chinese media? Norman Tebbit, Chris Patton, or Tony Blair?
It wasn't Tony Blair.
It wasn't Tony Blair.
No, definitely Tony Blair. Let's think about the other 2.
I'm trying to think if I've seen any of the other 2 in the media at all. Or...
Fatty Pang. I'm trying to... trying to think if that sort of rings a bell with anything, or...
It doesn't with me. The only thing I can think with Pang is, does it fit in with pattern?
Yeah. Again, this isn't something that we're quite sure of, Jeremy. So we're going to go for Chris Patton on the basis that it sounds sort of right.
You're absolutely right. Well done. Chris Patton is the answer, nicknamed Fatty Pang. So, it's one each. Let's see what the Eggheads do now. Which world champion boxer legally added the word marvellous to his name in 1982? Marvin Hagler, Muhammad Ali, or Nassim Hamed?
Marvin Hagler.
Marvellous.
Marvellous Marvin
That's
Hagler.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Marvin Hagler, Jeremy.
Marvellous Marvin Hagler, quite right. Okay, you've got to get this one right. In Greek mythology, who was the murderous uncle of Perdix? That's P-E-R-D-I-X. Minos, Daedalus, or Peleus?
What I thought before it come off was Daedalus.
The only thing that rings a bell with me is Minos and Minotaur, but that doesn't bring murder or anything to mind to me. So, if that was your gut feeling before the answers came up, I would stick with that.
Yeah, it's not a cert. I thought of Daedalus before it came up. I don't know why. I'm not 100% certain, but that's sort of what I'd lean towards. So that's what we'll go for.
Okay, Daedalus. And this to stay in. The correct answer is Daedalus. That was brilliant, and particularly because it was in your head before we gave you the options.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed to spring to my mind when I heard the question. I must have read it or seen it on the way up here, I think.
Really? You seen it on the way up here?
Yeah, we were testing all sorts of questions on the way up, so I'm sure that it's just sort of stuck in my memory.
Okay, Eggheads, you can take the contest now. If not, we go to sudden death. Here is your third question. In which part of the human body would you find the muscles called the sternocleidomastoids? That's all one word. Leg, arm, or neck?
Be your neck. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sterno.
it's sternum's down there.
Yeah.
Mastoids are up here.
Yeah, gotta be right.
You'd find those in your neck, Jeremy.
Right. If you are correct, you've ended the contest. If you're wrong, we go to sudden death. The brilliant Daedalus answer. Has it saved you? Let's see. The sternocleidomastoids are in the neck. We have to say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. Bad luck, because you were $1 note away from taking them to sudden death in the final round.
Yeah, close one.
Close.
Yeah.
Very close. Commiserations, Risky Quizness. You ran them close with £13,000 to play for. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally. You did get 3 out of 3 in the final, and maybe we didn't see your full power today, Eggheads. I don't know. But this winning streak continues. It does mean the challengers don't go home with the £13,000. We will roll that money over to our next show. Eggheads, congratulations. I don't think you will ever be beaten. Join us next time to see if a new team can take them down for £14,000. Until then, goodbye.